Hello, little rats. Welcome back to the Rat Diaries podcast. Did you like that? Did you like that little jingle jangle, if you will? Oh my God, that was funny. Okay, so welcome back. I am so sorry for the hiatus, but I don't think you bitches know that this is season 2, baby. Welcome back to season 2, episode 1 of the Rat Diaries podcast. Yeah, so I took a little hiatus. I needed to reset. I started a new job. I just, I needed a little reset, and I was like, you know what? Season 2, let's break with intention. Let's come back better than ever. And so you want to know what I did? You want to know why you just heard that little jingle jangle? It's because I just got myself all new podcast equipment. I bought myself an early Christmas present. Also, please appreciate if you're watching this video, I'm actually wearing red Christmas pajamas. Here, please take a look. They are from Eberjay. I am an Eberjay stan until I die. Best PJ sets. Some people like the ribbity rabbit or whatever it's called, rabbit fur, whatever. I don't know. There's all these great pajama salvage, PJ salvage. What's it called? Like rabbit Robitussin. You know what I'm talking about if you know the brands of PJs. Yeah, I don't fuck with those. I'm an Eberjay girl. And if you have a problem with that, then you can take it up with the president, which is me. So I am just really balling out over here. I got myself a new little recorder. It's called the Zoom H6. You guys don't care. Okay, you're going to pretend to care. It's called the Zoom, sorry, not H6. I almost got the H6, but it was a little bit out of my price range. Zoom PodTrack P4, and it's a podcast recorder. So we're leveling up. I was using a USB mic before all of this situation. And I just realized that, if I want to be a real podcaster, I've got to have real podcast equipment. So we did level up. I even treated myself to a Shure podcast mic. So you're welcome for this fabulous audio. It honestly, like, I'm listening to myself in my headphones right now, and it literally sounds like it's terrifying. I feel like I'm inside of me, which is like weird. And I don't know if I like it. I don't know how people listen to my voice when I speak, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, it sounds like my brain is just filled with a bunch of mini me's, like SpongeBob in that episode where like there's the SpongeBob's like running around in the brain with the file cabinets. Like, I feel like there's a million of me inside of my brain right now. It's weird. But yeah, so new season, new vibes, better audio. You're welcome. To my 10 listeners. No, actually, it's a funny story. So today is December 4th, 2024. And I'm going to be releasing this next week, though. And so everybody's Spotify Wrapped came out this year, today. And it's so funny because so many people are sending me their wraps. And obviously, these are like friends, but some of them aren't like close friends. Like, there's a few people that like aren't like in my immediate circle, and I'm on their Spotify Wrapped as top podcasts that they listen to. A lot of them are my friends, let's be honest, and my sister, but whatever, it's fine. I shouldn't have even clarified who was listening. Just people. I'm on people's Spotify Wraps. That is crazy, and I love it. I fucking love that. Yeah, it was just like a really amazing feeling. No, honestly though, like, if you listen to my podcast, I love you on a deeper level, and it really means the world to me that you support my creative endeavors and you listen to whatever the fuck it is that I do on here. And it feels good. It feels good. So thank you for supporting me, small business owner, small podcasts. We support small creators. Yes, I stand with small creators. So what do we want to get into today? Well, since this is season 1, or season 2, sorry, we're looking back at season 1. Season 1 was quite a doozy. It was. It's crazy. That was almost a year ago. And I actually produced, I think, over like about 45 episodes last year, which is actually insane because I actually like record and edit and like do all of this by myself. And I've had a lot of battles. I've learned a lot. The challenges have been real, but it's just like really cool to look back and be like, dang, I did that. I stayed consistent too. The only time I didn't stay consistent was when I got laid off suddenly. And then I decided to take a hiatus, which turned into my little creative thinking Mojo era, which is like why we're in season 2. So you know what? It's fine. But yeah, so I thought that, I wanted to look back at this past year. Wow, it's just like really weird to think how much you just change as a person in the course of 365 days. Like, I know this sounds like so stupid and like cliche. I don't even know how to use the fucking word cliche. Like, what cliche is that the right usage? I don't know. But I have really been through the trenches. I have. But something that I did last year, and I wanted to actually go through it today with everybody, is so I made a vision board last year on December 31st. Or no, was it January 1st? I think I made it on January 1st. And it was a vision board for all of the things I wanted to accomplish this year. And so I actually like really wanted to go through that with everybody and just like give us a little like, let's vibe check. Let's actually hold Rachael accountable and see if we accomplish some of them, because I feel like some of them are going to be funny. I haven't quite looked at it. I do have it framed though, and it's in my bathroom. And so I brought it out here, and I'm going to read through the list and just go through everything that I either accomplished or I didn't accomplish. And I kind of want to start thinking about like things I want to do for next year. So yeah. But yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to whip out my vision board right here. If you are watching the video, you can see this like beautiful little collage. I just like took a magazine and I cut out all these different things that I wanted to do and accomplish in the year of 2024, which is so weird because at the time writing the number 2024 felt so strange to me, but now I'm like 2024 who? Okay. So the first thing on my list, okay, so I made little sections. I kind of forgot what I did. So I made different sections. The first one is family. The second one is career and financial. The third is friends. And the fourth one is fun. Me forgetting numbers. The fourth is fun. And the fifth is health. Okay, so first one is family. I said visit Lindsay and Emma and Francis more. Oh, that's cute. I feel like I did that. Did I? My sister's like, fuck no, you didn't, bitch. You never saw you. And that's my sister and my 2 nieces. I guess Jace as well. I just like don't include Jace in that. You know what I mean? You're included in that. And then Donna and Gary. Oh, my godparents. I never saw them. Okay, failure. Let's strike one. Yeah, I never saw Donna and Gary. Donna and Gary are just like the homies, or my dad's cousin Gary, and then his wife Donna. I mean, they're just like, do you ever have those like relatives that are just like, they can hang? Like Donna's got the wine out. She's vibing. She's always just dressed up in something fabulous. She's an interior designer. Like, do you know like those family members where they're just like the interior designer family members that are like an aunt are just like so cool. Everybody has a cool aunt, and she is that. I fucking love that woman, but I haven't seen her in years. So sorry for failing you, Donna. Okay. Next one, reach out to cousin. Oh yeah, I had a long lost cousin. No, I literally had a long lost cousin. Let me tell you the tale. I did reach out to her, but she didn't respond. Okay. So I'm going to unpack this. Okay, let me just unpack it. So basically my dad, I'm really airing out the dirty laundry, but long story short is that my dad has this like, what do you call it? Deranged? No, deranged is not the right word. Hasn't really been in contact with his brother for a while. And so they recently got back in contact, and I found out that I have a cousin, and it's this girl, and she's super cute. And I looked her up on Facebook and Instagram, and she's like a writer and a blogger and whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I really want to be friends with her. And then I did DM her on Instagram. So I guess I did check that off, but then she responded, and then I took like a week to respond because if you know me, I'm just like so bad with my responses, but then she never messaged me back. So I kind of got ghosted by my cousin. So long lost cousin was not accomplished. Okay. All right. Well, that's that. Okay, mazel tov to family. All right, next one, Cameron visit. Oh, this is cute. I said I wanted to visit Nick's little brother, Cameron. I did visit him. I visited him in March, but I wanted to visit him more than just in March. So whatever. I visited him though. We went and saw his, he goes to UKMC, Kansas City Roos. He's on the basketball team there. He's on live television all the time. It's like so fun to know a celebrity. And we just had so much fun. And he's going to be a senior this year. That's so weird. I've known Cameron since he was literally a baby pipsqueak. And I think I've known him since he was like, is 14, right? I don't know the age difference, but now he's like 22 or something. 22 and some change, 21. I don't know. One of those numbers, but that's wild. We've been through a lot. Love you, Cam. Okay, next thing. Oh, and we did go on a family vacation together. So that, that counts as two. All right, next one. Family dinner and plus walks and travel. Family travel and walks. Okay, what did I go on any vacations with my parents? Or I actually did do a lot of family dinners with my parents this year. You know what? We're checking that off. We didn't do any walks. I did a few walks with my mom and my dad. I don't know what I was quite getting at with the walks. Like, I guess I was really aiming for that 10,000 step count, which I do hit. Oh, by the way, I just have to throw this in here. So this past weekend, my friends and I were all together because it was Thanksgiving. And my friend Anna, she shared with us that one day her step count was 128 steps. 128 steps, folks. You heard that right. 128 steps. That means that she probably got up to pee, and then she got some water, and then she sat at her desk, and then she peed, and then she had like one morsel of like a dried marshmallow, and then she went to bed. 128 steps. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm loving these sound effects. My little audio board has like sound effects built into it, and it's sick. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that was. All right, next up, career and financial. We're doing well so far. Career, financial. Okay, I said make/stick to a budget with no debt. Okay, we checked off the no debt mark. There was a scary moment in time where I did have debt. It was very brief. It was due to some home appliances and car all breaking at the same time. Owning a home is not easy. I did have to recently replace my washer dryer, which was absolutely terrifying. But making and sticking to a budget has not. Yeah, that didn't happen. I will say though, something that's a blessing that came out of getting laid off, I started to just reconsider my expenses to an extreme. Like I literally, okay, so obviously when I had no income, I was like, oh my God, I have no income. I have to cut back on everything. Like I was like, no Amazon, no ordering. Like you have to just like live because you can live, Rachel. Like you are a very privileged young lady that has access to so many things in life. Like you don't need all of this shit all the time. So I really cut back, and I genuinely like, there was a one time where my credit card statement was like $600 for the whole month. I'm not even joking. And I was like, oh my God, I really was just spending stuff on just nothing, just for nothing. And so I'm not going to say that I've stuck to a budget because like, I mean, how do people really stick to a budget? Are people out here with spreadsheets? I mean, I know that my boyfriend is out here with a spreadsheet because he's a finance guy, which is just like so annoying. But how are we sticking to budgets? Like, are we actually at the end of every month reviewing our credit card statements? Barf. That sounds awful. I know that there's so many apps for tracking that, but here's my problem. My problem with looking at credit card statements and these budget apps and whatever is that they group all of these expenses. Like, so they have your travel and your gas and your shopping and your fun categories, whatever, and groceries, and they put it all together. But like sometimes I go to the gas station and I get a water bottle. Why does that count as gas? It's not segmented based off of your actual spend. Like it doesn't look at your receipts, which I guess might be like illegal in some terms, but these calculations aren't right. Like, oh, it says that I spent like X amount of dollars at the grocery store, but like half of that stuff was like health related. Like I was buying tampons. Like that should not be in the grocery section because there's a health section. I just have a lot of beef there. So you know what, credit card companies, you need to step it up, and maybe you could just have some triggers when based off of like the types of expenses I'm buying, that in your system, it doesn't have to say what it was, but it can say, okay, she spent this much money on like, this is considered a health and like beauty thing, or like this was like a trinket, like I want some categorization. Because the apps don't do it. They just like take they take what the store identifies as, and they say like, okay, we're going to put that in that category. Because like we're not in the 1920s anymore. You don't just go to the grocery store. Doesn't just only have grocery items. Now it has everything. You could practically buy a car. You could literally buy a car. You could go to Costco and you could buy a little moped. Like you could buy a camera, and it's going to come out as a grocery. Yeah, that's my feedback. Okay, moving on. Next thing, save $10,000 for a new/next house. Ha! What the fuck? No, that is not in the plan. I am not buying another home. I do not want another home. You can quote me on that. No new homes. I swear on my life, no new homes. And no, I did not save $10,000 for my next new home. That is fucking bullshit. What am I supposed to be doing over here? What am I trying to do? Build a compound? No. Oh my God, that's crazy. Oh my God, the next one is actually crazy. This one I manifested. This one I actually manifested, and it's kind of giving me goosebumps. Oh my God, this is actually crazy. It says get a promotion, and then it's an X amount. I'm not going to say like how much I made because I don't know. I feel like that's like tacky. But I put a dollar amount, and it was a lofty goal because my salary at the time was like, here, I'll just say how much less it was. It was $50,000 less than what I was making compared to this number I wanted. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to get this. I got this promotion. I got it. And it was this amount, this exact amount. I got a raise. That's actually crazy. And I got promoted to a vice president title, which I did put on here. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Wow. Pop off. Okay. Oh my God. Wait, the next one is actually really sad. Hold on. Is everybody seated? Okay. I'm seated. I'm sad. All right. It says podcast. Oh no. Okay, it says stay consistent. I did stay consistent. Isn't that cute? I put you guys on my vision board. That's cute. So it says stay consistent with producing episodes. Okay, the next one. Oh my God, breathe. Okay. 4,000 subscribers. Get 4,000 subscribers. Well, I don't know what we're at right now, but I don't think we're anywhere close to 4,000. So I love that. Dream big, baby. I love that you're setting the bar so high, but maybe next time let's make it so that we could at least just like, see it. Like that was not attainable. You know what? Maybe it was attainable and maybe I didn't do enough. I didn't make reels. I didn't make enough TikToks. I also said grow my TikTok. I didn't do that. I was not staying consistent with the promotional part of it. I've just been like making the podcast, and I think that's my biggest fault, and that is my biggest insecurity. But it's just so much time, and I do this all day at work anyways. I don't have a podcast at work, but like I make content all day long. Okay, well, whatever. It's fine. All right, we're going to move on from that because that actually burned a little bit. But it's hard out here because, with these podcasts and when you're making your own content, like I get that everybody nowadays, and I should have started years ago. I should have. Why didn't I do it? But this is classic. Everybody says it. Why didn't I start earlier? So I'm not going to do that to myself because I started. So shut up, Rachel. But when back in the day when I wanted to do something like this, I should have, because now everybody and their mother has a podcast. Literally, I'm sure in my little complex of 50 condos, there's 10 of us in here that have a podcast. Like, honestly, let's look at the stats. I should start putting out flyers in my complex to listen to my podcast. That'd be funny. Like, hey, I'm your neighbor. Listen to my podcast. Honestly, just hoe myself out. But no, like that's BS. It's just like, it's so hard. And so in order to like keep up with everybody, you've got to post all your clips and all your reels and on all the platforms. You got to be on everything. And it's like, as a marketing girl, I'm burnt out from these social channels. But now I guess it's keeping me sharp by being on them all the time. But like, I manage social media for the workout studio that I work at. I also work in marketing, so I'm running social media at my new job that I'm at. I'm like, it's just a lot. And so having to do that for my personal stuff is also hard, but I shouldn't be complaining because I signed up for this and that's just the way it goes. But should have started earlier. Okay. All right. Next thing. The friends category. Cute. Okay. More time with my friends from home. I want to call them more and I want to visit more. Oh, I think I did accomplish that. I feel like I did. I feel like I've gotten better at calling my friends. I used to not be good at calling my friends. I don't call them all the time, but I feel like I text them more, which is good because I used to just be a ghost in the night. And they don't live here. Like none of my like bestie core group of girls lives in Arizona. So it does make it hard for me. because a lot of times like they used to all live in the same place except for one of them, which was like so painful because they would all just be doing things together all the time. But now I feel like we do see each other a lot, and Sydney Patton is always home. She's just like literally here every weekend. So I love that. Okay, but I want to keep that up. I want to make that even better. All right, next thing, make new friends and maintain existing. Oh, well, I don't think I maintained. If you know, you know. But I definitely made new friends. I did make new friends. Oh, I made so many new friends. Okay. Shout out to Athena. Shout out to Alexa. Shout out to Alyssa. Wow. All A's. Damn, girl. I got a thing for the A's. Oh my God. I have another new friend named Alex. That's weird. That's weird. They're all A's. Wow. I love that. I'm an A girl. A game. A team, baby. A-team. No, wow, call me Ed. Oh my God, wow. That's beautiful. Yeah, so let's move on to the next letter this year. Next letter in the alphabet, B. Only make friends that have a name that comes with a B. B. Come on, BBs. All right, next thing, the fun category. Read every day. No, I did not read every day. I did read a lot though. I read like 5 books, which is crazy for me. Okay, love that. Next thing. And I did read the ACOTAR series, except I got stuck on book 3, so I didn't read the series. I got stuck on book 3. Does anybody have any tips? Because book 3 just drags. It's just like, what's her bucket? Oh my God, I'm already starting to forget their names. The 2 main characters are just always not scissoring, but you know what I mean. They're just always like, oh my God. And they're like they're trying to like plan for the battle, and it's like taking forever to plan for this battle. And I'm just like, I want to gouge my eyes out. It's just annoying. Whatever. Okay. I have to finish that though. That's on my goal list. All right. Next thing. AZ day trips. Barely did that. Did not do that. Nick's stepmom and dad gave us, I'm trying to find it right now. They gave us this little like Arizona trips, like little like roulette card thing that you can like pick out, and like you scratch it off and it tells you where you're going that day. And Nick and I tried it, and I pulled out a few cards and I was like down to go, and he was like, oh, I don't like that food, or I don't know, I don't really. And he's just, I wouldn't put spontaneous on a list of words to describe him. So I don't know if it's the best for us. Maybe I should do it for myself. Maybe I should just make a commitment to go alone. But then like some of them were like unhealthy restaurants, and I don't really like to eat like fried stuff all the time. So I don't know. But I want to do it with a buddy. Come on, Nick. Maybe I can persuade him. Okay. Next thing, Asia trip. Yeah. I wanted to go to Japan. No, we did not go to Japan. I did not go to Asia. Yeah, I really do want to go to Asia. I have this dream to go see the cherry blossoms in Japan. I love it. Something recently I realized about myself though is that, so Nick, we were talking about geography, and somehow it came up to point Asia out on a map and tell me, ask him, or it was an unmarked map, and I was supposed to tell him like where Asia was, and I had no idea. And then he asked me where a few other places were, and I had no idea. So, yeah, I don't know what happened during that chapter in school, but I was not listening. But you know what? I don't want to be hard on myself because I did go to a hippie school. I went to a hippie school, which I went there from 2nd grade to 4th grade, and I would like to share that this school, I recently found out, was not even like a registered school. I don't know how my parents found this. This is the first school I went to when I came to Arizona and I moved here. And this is where I met all my best friends. And well, not all of them, but a select few of them. And yeah, so we don't know how we all ended up there, but that's why we're all so weird, and that's why I identify with rats, and like, it checks out. Like we called all of our teachers by their first names. We had dance class, we had cooking class, we had mud time, we had reading, we had desert time. We would read in the desert. We would make makeup from the red rocks in the desert. We would go for PE. We would just like, I don't know, we would just like frolic on the courts. We had a knitting class. It was like school for pilgrims, honestly. So, yeah, the pilgrim school didn't teach me about geography. I mean, the pilgrim school thought that the world was flat, right? So, yeah, that was interesting. But, yeah. Oh, I miss Desert View Learning Center. It's not the same. Oh, every Friday we had Friday performance. So at the end of the school day on Fridays, the parents would come and watch us. It was a 20-minute performance and we would get up and sing or dance or do whatever we wanted. And like literally sometimes people get up and be like, okay, Rachel Weber is coming up to do a cartwheel. And you just do a cartwheel and then the parents would clap. They're like, yay, so exciting. Oh, hold on. We get up and do a cartwheel. They go, like, yeah, that would be the school. All the parents would come. Like dads would leave early. Moms and dads would leave early from work to come to this. Yeah. Like I think, and Sydney and I, we did this one dance called the boom dance. If you're lucky, you'll get to see it and hear about it one day. But basically we went up and we did this dance for the school, and it was like we made up this interpretive dance. And after we did that, all of the grades below us started copying us. We went viral, as the kids would say these days. So yeah, that was a good time. All right, next thing on the list. Okay, so at the health section, do the 75 hard. No, I'm actually canceling the 75 hard. I'm not doing that. I tried to do it last year and it didn't work. And so I'm actually not for the 75 hard. I think it breeds a lot of health and fitness like issues mentally with people. So don't do it. Okay, macros, count my Geez, what was I on? No, I didn't count my macros for 3 months. It's just not attainable. We don't have time for that, Rachel. All right. Next thing, sleep 7 hours a night. 3 to 4 times a week. Oh my God, I did that. I increased my sleeping time significantly thanks to this bad boy. And if you can't see me, I'm holding up my Oura ring. I love my Oura ring. It changed my life. I sleep so much now. I never sacrifice my sleep anymore, and it has been a game changer. I feel like a whole new woman. My skin is so much better. I feel so much more energetic. I don't have terrible periods anymore. No, like sleep cures all. I know that we've known that for a while, but like, no, I'm so proud of myself. I did do that. Okay, cold plunge. I did not cold plunge. I cold plunged a few times, but then I quit Lifetime because I got laid off suddenly and I had no money. So that's going to be out the door. The next one is skin. That sounds scary, but I know what I was saying. I think I can translate. Just like focus on my skin and making it better. And I did. I used to have terrible cystic acne. Last year I had terrible cystic acne, like really, really bad. And I've actually cleared it up naturally. I balanced my hormones. I go to my crazy witch doctor. His name is Dr. James Smith. His practice is called Inspired Health and Metabolism. He saved my dad's life. My dad almost had a heart attack. And Dr. James does these like routine scans, and he did my dad's heart scan when you become a new patient, which I love. Like he does all these scans when you become a new patient to understand your body on a deeper level. Like, fuck yeah. And so he did the scan and he actually saw that my dad's like left descending aortic valve or something was clogged about like 90 something percent. So he's like, he called my dad like on a weekend and was like, Bruce, you need to go to the hospital right now. Like you're going to have a heart attack. You need to go see a cardiologist. And so my dad went in, and sure enough, there was actually 2 of them were like clogged. It was like an artery. I can't remember what the actual medical term was of what was clogged, but Dr. James saved my dad's life. So yeah. Love you, James. Literally love you. Love you. I'm seeing him in January. So soon. He told me that I didn't have to come and see him as much anymore because I used to see him like 4 times a year, and he does like all your blood work. And he told me that I was so healthy that I didn't have to come and see him. But I'm kind of sad. It is expensive though. I should save the coin. Okay. Next thing, bike rides outside. Okay, no. But I actually did just get a bike. My parents gave me one of their bikes, and I have been bike riding. Okay, if there's one thing about me, like I love to, I don't know how to say this, but like if there's an opportunity to walk somewhere when I like have no ride, like if let's say I have to go get let me explain on a better level. Okay. So when I got my car serviced the other day, I had to go pick it up, and it was about 1.5 miles away. rather than like, asking my boyfriend for a ride or calling an Uber, I walked. Cause like, why not walk? The other day I made ginger shots for Nick, and cause he was sick, and I forgot to bring them with me when I went over to his house. So the next morning what I did was I went home and I got the ginger shots and I biked there to give him the ginger shots because he lives like 5 miles away from me. Like, I just love an excuse to just like actively inconvenience myself, but like in an active manner. Like if I can get a little outdoor experience from it, a little off-roading, I love it. Like, I just love that. Yeah, I just, why not? Why not walk? Why not bike? So I did get that bike. So pop off, Rachel. Okay, the next thing is stay active. Oh, I've been staying active. I have been staying active. So I did quit Lifetime, but I rejoined Mountainside Fitness, which is the gym that I like was going to in the past before Lifetime. Honestly, you can't go wrong with a good Mountainside. I mean, it's $40 a month. You can go to any of the locations in the Valley. I mean, come on. It's great. I will say there are a lot of Trump supporters there, though. Like, one time I saw a shirt that said FBI fuck Biden in the ass on their shirt. I'm not joking. I don't know where the A got lost in the FBI part on the graphic tee, but no, this is real. People like that do go there. But I guess that's what you get for going to these more of these community accessible gyms. It's just more of a accepting culture. We like to stay open-minded at Mountainside Fitness. One story I love to tell about Mountainside Fitness is that so when all of the gyms across the country were shutting down during COVID, Mountainside Fitness actually went viral. It was covered by national media because they were refusing to close their doors, and there was this whole hashtag on social media being like, not my gym, because they like wouldn't close for COVID because they're like, no, like people need to work out and stay healthy and whatever. And so it's like hashtag not my gym. And yeah, I love that. I love that about my gym. Oh, yeah. If that doesn't explain it to you, I mean, through thick and thin, baby, they are always here. They will climb mountains for you. So yeah, there is quite the crowd though at Mountainside. It's funny because I live near the talking stick one, and that one, things get a little bit like, a little, I was going to say rural. I don't know why that word came to mind, but it's a dynamic group in there. There's this one guy that always wears this muscle tank, and he's about 60 years old, and he's kind of jacked, but always has kind of a little beer belly going. And he always wears this muscle tank that says very, very rare on the back in big letters, and he obviously cut the sides of it. So it's one of those tanks that like stretches all the way down, like down their side, like, to their hip. Very, very rare is the graphic on the back. And every day I look at that and I just read it and I go, what is he referencing? Is he referencing his body is very, very rare? His personality is very rare, very, very rare. He's bald. So is it just like very, very rare that we're going to see a hair on his head? Maybe he's referencing his bald head, that it's like very, very rare, like, a rare meat. Maybe he's talking about the other kind of meat on his body. I mean, I don't know. It's troubling. I think about it all the time. But one thing that I haven't found at this gym is a gym boyfriend. And so I just recently rejoined. So, I'm still getting mixed in with the crowd, but if you've been to a gym and you go consistently, how there's just like that one person at the gym where like there's some chemistry, like there is some tension. Like you lock eyes with them. Maybe you don't even lock eyes with them. You see them every day and they're kind of mysterious. You might not even be like that attracted to them, but like there's a little attraction, but like you curl those eyelashes and you put on some perfume because your gym boyfriend might be there and you've never talked to him and you never have like spoken a word to them, but like they're your gym boyfriend. And like when you walk in that room, like you don't talk to them, but like you feel the chemistry in the air. Every gym I go to, I always have a gym boyfriend and I haven't found my new one yet. The last So I used to go to the Paradise Valley Mountainside Fitness, and I did have a gym boyfriend there. And don't worry, Nick knows about my gym boyfriends. Like, let's not be sketchy. He actually, we called him our boyfriend. And we would be like, oh my God, there's gym boyfriend. Because like when Nick first started dating me, he joined that gym to go with me, which was really cute. But then he finally like, got me to like him, and then he quit going there, and now he goes to a different gym. So like, F you. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, he fell hard. That's usually what happens to me. The boys fall hard, and then once they have me, they're like, you were quite the chase, but now we're good. We don't have to try as hard. Oh, it's hard out here being a single girly. Independent single girly. I always call myself that, and people are like, you're single? And I'm like, no. They're like, well, why'd you say single girly? I'm like, well, I live alone and I pay all my own bills. I'm practically single. I don't see a man paying for anything in here, or contributing at least. So yeah, I did have a gym boyfriend over at the PV location. Sometimes I go and visit and I see him and I'm like, like it feels like seeing an ex, honestly. It's like, it's heart stopping. So yeah, I'm still waiting on that gym boyfriend at this new location. Okay, the next thing, and this is the last one, is hormone health and maintenance. Improve it. Oh my God, I did that. I actually improved all my hormones. Dr. James Smith, he told me I did. And I love that for myself. So yeah. Well, that's all my New Year's resolutions, or I guess my vision board for this past year. I think I did a pretty good job at accomplishing all of them. I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, I've got to make another one. I have another frame all loaded up and ready to go. So we'll get that going soon. I need to start thinking about the list. But yeah, so, well, it feels so good to be back. I can't lie. It does feel good. At first I was kind of dreading coming back and doing the pod and like, getting back in the rhythm. It was nice to take a break, but I do feel like I just have such a sense of, this gives me a sense of purpose. It gives me a sense of purpose to be a small creator. Yeah. No, that wasn't the right one. Oh, fuck. That wasn't the right one. I wanted this one. Thank you guys so much. No, but I love this. And I'm going to keep doing it. I think this new microphone like put some fire inside of me, because the sound is good. The vibes are good. I know I keep recording in different places in my house. And I think that this is going to be my new recording corner. It's like a little corner in my house downstairs in the family room that I'm like bringing my lights in, so I have to start getting prepared, because in about 6 months, my boyfriend is going to move in with me, which is crazy. He's going to live in my Rara's treehouse. That's what I call this, Rara's treehouse. My Wi-Fi is literally called Rara's treehouse, but you'll never guess the password to the Wi-Fi. It's not what you think. And yeah, so my upstairs though, this is the situation though. It's a 2-bedroom, and we both are probably going to be working from home, which is kind of a situation. And I did pitch the idea of like sharing a workspace upstairs. And I was like, oh no, it's going to be so cute. And he's like, Rachel, we probably will need some time apart. And like, how are we going to deal with calls? And I was like, what? Like, you don't want to like hold hands while we type? No, he was right. So I think I'm going to give him the upstairs little loft area, which was where I had my podcast studio before. And no, I'm not making sacrifices and changing myself for a man. It's just like he has an interesting style when it comes to workspace areas. Like all of his desk furniture is very industrial, and he's also so tall that like his standing desk, he made like a special like monitor stand, and it's like, it's just like no, that's not going down here. That's not going down in the living space. It needs to be tucked away in a corner upstairs, So I believe that, if we have a workstation down here for me in my family room area, I get to have a little bit more control of the design and the vibes to make sure it matches the home and the interior design. So that's the reason why, because I don't want to, control him and what his office space looks like. I'll just give him the room upstairs. Nobody ever goes up there anyways. Boom, done. So yeah, I'm going to have to kind of make my little makeshift workspace and also my podcast studio down here, but I think I can do it. I'm just a master with furniture arrangements. So we're going to make it work. But yeah, but I'm so excited for season 2. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It feels so good to be back, baby. And let's see. I am going to be doing some fun new branding. Oh, I have my windows open. My neighbor is definitely smoking weed. Or is it a skunk? I don't know. No, they're definitely smoking weed. I gotta close the windows. It gets hot boxed in here. It's crazy. But yeah, so I am going to be releasing some new like branding stuff that I'm doing with my friend Alicia. She's getting some new pics of me. So stay tuned for all of my fun new content I'm dropping. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Well, little rats, it has been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for tuning into the Rat Diaries podcast. I'm your host, Rachael Weber, and I will see you next time. I think I just have to make this my intro. I have to. It's just so funny. Okay, bye. Love ya.